Today I'm back at the 1840 St George's Gardens in southwest London, where it's been a year since City and Country opened the doors to this grand building. Now over that year, they've sold 90% of all the apartments, which just proves how much people love old buildings like this. Now with phase one very much underway, City and Country now face their next big challenge, and that's phase two. To find out more, I've come to meet City and Country's very own design and planning director, and he's called Vernon Harcourts. Simon.
Hi George, hello, nice to see you.
So good to see you. So phase one has done incredibly well, hasn't it?
You know, phase one is a fantastic phase, but phase two for me is even more exciting because we've got a plethora of different architectural spaces of different proportions and scales. We've got kitchens and sculleries, engine houses, water salination plants.
The back of house stuff, isn't it? Because this is very much the strong frontage of the building. And at the back, that was the workhorse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the heart. It's like that would have fed everybody. The original consent was to knock down most of this stuff.
Yeah,
which create a big space which would have lost that whole layer of history. And I think it's these support spaces, back of house spaces, tells you the whole story of the place.
Well, you've got me excited about it now. Should we take a look?
Yeah,
should we do it?
Yeah,
let's go. So what have we got here?
So George, this was originally the dining room in 1840 as part of the original hospital, and it then later on became the kitchen.
It's massive. I mean, if this was the kitchen, it's enormous. And you've got these enormous lanterns, skylights over our head. Are they going to stay or not?
We're keeping most of them. Some of them need to be covered up for fire regulations, but you'll still have large top lights that are going to flood the space with light and sun throughout the day. So we're going to get 3 apartments in here with mezzanines, bedroom mezzanines at the back, and then double height living spaces at the front.
Well, you've definitely got vision. I'll give you that. Can we see some more?
Yeah, well, why don't we head this way? So this is another of the buildings we've kept that were due to be demolished, and this was the nurses' club room. And it's going to become the only detached house in the development.
No!
And it's going to have its own little garden at the front. This is the living space, beautiful timber trusses above us.
To move into this house and think I'm staying in the nurses' clubhouse. My home is a nurses' clubhouse. That's a great story, isn't it?
I think it enriches people's homes.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important.
Absolutely. Come on, I want to see the chimney.
Let's go and have a look.
I have to say, it's spectacular, that.
It's a fine piece of Victorian engineering. They knew how to build a chimney in the Victorian times.
They really did. I'll tell you what, Fred Dibner would absolutely love that.
So we're coming through here into the engine house.
Oh my word.
Which would have had, it's a great space, isn't it? It would have had the boilers, feeding the chimney we've just seen. It's got some fantastic big lofty spaces. So this is going to get divided up into 3 apartments, full height living rooms at the front, with doors onto terraces in the muses we've just been in, then on the back, bedrooms with more bedrooms above.
What a fantastic building, though, isn't it? And you're going to save it, which is brilliant. Who wouldn't want to live in a space like this? It just goes on and on, doesn't it?
It
Look
does.
at this for a space.
The architecture's a bit more refined now. We've gone from the industrial parts of the hospital into the kitchen stalls. So we've got
kitchen stalls. I thought it was like, you know when you go into an exchange building, like
yeah.
a Victorian exchange building where you would be trading goods. That's what it kind of feels like.
And this is just a taste, really, of phase two, because there's so many other spaces.
I mean, we have literally walked on a kind of 140, 50, 60-year-old journey. To be able to live in a building like this, I think is a privilege.
We try and squeeze every little bit of potential out of what's here. It's really exciting.
But you've got your work cut out.
The builders are going to have some fun. We've designed it now. It's over to the builders now.
Bit.
I've done my bit. And they've got the challenge.
Now, finding out more about the future phase 2 today has been really exciting. I can't wait to come back and see it all finished. But what has been finished since I was last here is the magnificent entrance atrium. It's absolutely magical. Residents get to come through this door and enjoy the space every single day.